What is up, everybody? I am EnderSlasher, and welcome back to yet another Space Engineers video. Finally back after my Christmas break, starting right after school was back in session, I believe, for most people. And today we are going to be focusing on these planets, or more specifically, something to bombard them. So, today, the main function of this build is going to be using... where are they? To be using the battleship coil cannons, these things, to target planetary bases and blow them out of existence. So this ship is going to have little to none ship-to-ship combat capabilities, and it will mostly be used in a fleet to blockade or bombard a planet. Fairly simple. In addition to the coil cannons, it will also have an assortment of missile bays with guided space-to-ground, I guess it would be, missiles. All while keeping a fairly strong-looking suit. And I just realized something. Because it is going to be for orbital bombardment, we are going to make this one out of heavy armor. Shoot. I didn't want to delete that entire thing. I wanted a block. I do need a block. I couldn't actually tell you what I'm going to do for this one, so I will see you back in a minute or so once I have a bit more of a plan than a line. Yeah. Okay, as you can see, everybody, I have more than a line at this point. Well, sort of more than a line. It's sort of a kind of a curvy line now if you look at it from the top. But it's definitely thicker than that 1x1 block line I had earlier. So, as you can see, we've got 6 and another 6, and then it's mirrored left, right, center, as you can probably see if I actually, it's mirrored all the different directions. We've got a composite armor that, as far as I can test, has stood up very, very well against these fusion cannons. We've got an assortment of thrusters that honestly don't do much to move this massive ship. But, we're getting there. It doesn't have any forward or back. There's quite a few gyroscopes in there. I'm not sure how many. Let me check. It's got a lot of gyroscopes. I don't know, maybe a little over 100, I'd guess. Let's find out for sure. Thrusters, 126. Close to 100. But I was off. Still don't have any reactors on this ship. Of course, there's no forward and back thrusters, nor does it really move much at all. It is stocked with a lot of cargo containers at this point, refineries with upgrade modules, and we've also got assemblers right back there with upgrade modules, of course. And then these are blast doors that are sealed, so that way we can pressurize the hangar whether the doors are open or closed. These hangars are going to be for the targeting system, which each side is going to have its own targeting system. The targeting system is going to control all of said guns on that side, and wherever the target system marks, those guns will turn and repeatedly fire at. So, effectively bombarding a target. And then, of course, there's a dividing blast door right here, just to quarter off the different sides if needed. And then I could literally cut the ship in half right down there, and I would have both the two same sides. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put the cockpit, or the back of the ship, and the front of the ship. As you can see, I've added little bits of detail right here, with half slabs, you see these are. right? So we've got interior wall half slabs, and then we've got heavy armor half slabs somewhere around here. We are going to have a few hyperdrives on this ship, I believe. Just because. Of course, your ship probably won't be planetary capable, but I will test that. Might have a boarding ramp. Would have retractable wings, except they're small ship only. So yeah. What I think I'm gonna do right now is let me see. Let me think for just a second. Yeah, I definitely will. Okay, guys, we're going to enter into a time-lapse little portion here. And we're going to get a time-lapse of me building the front of the ship. We haven't done one of those in a while, and I think it would be quite good. So, yeah. Suppose I'll let the time-lapse commence. Won't be too long of a time-lapse. It shouldn't take me very long to build the front of the ship. It's fairly simple. Anyway, commence time-lapse. Okay, guys, we now have a second part of the ship, the front part, to be more precise. As you can tell, I did not use the composite armor design, and I did forget to do a part. But you know, that happens. And I don't even have the right piece of armor. There we go. We have a completed front of the ship. As you saw, there were 4 arc reactors snagged inside of there. And now we are going to really quickly do a quick flight test. Just by strapping a couple of these to the back. Just to make sure that we don't have any problems. Going backwards. No, forwards. Turn off symmetry. Turn it around. Press 0. Press T. V. And it's not even a station. There we go. And TK. Info. Convert to ship. We now have a massive ship with just enough reactors to actually power it. Okay, that's a bit better side to side. Up and down is not bad either at this point. Okay, now I'm going to off-camera build the back half of this ship. So, yep. See you then. Okay. I, as you can see, still have a very bland front. I forgot about that. Gosh darn it. Forgot to do the front of the darn ship. Fantastic. Alright, so, as you can see, I was walking on the interior of the ship, but we gotta really quickly do the top of the ship. So, we'll just do something simple like that. And that, and then we'll kind of bend it around like that. That seems completely and utterly pointless. Let's go with it. Sorry about the very bright glare of the sun. It's kind of a little bit bright. I guess that's better than it being dark, for it is a sun. Would prefer life to keep existing instead of stop existing. But you know, that's only in the optimum situation. Building World was saved for the 50,000th time. In its lifetime, probably. Maybe 4th or 5th time in this video. Not entirely sure, I don't monitor that. No reason to monitor it. And it is hilariously bright. Although it's not really hilarious that it's bright, but whatever. There we go, just a little design detail, there we go. Perfect. Adds so much definition to it, I'm kidding, but it works. So, much of this ship is still the same, except for this portion. An entire cockpit with forward thrusters. And it is all piped up with the rest of the ship. All these guns are piped up except for the darn side guns. Forgot the side guns. Piped up those ones though. And move the seat. That's the cockpit. Very low profile. Got a few guns down here just to hold their own on the bottom, I guess. And yeah. Let me just quickly take a tour of the inside of the ship. It's kind of bland. That's a blank maintenance hallway. Good use of space. This is another maintenance hallway that goes to the back of the ship, with jump drives, piping, and all that stuff behind there. More jump drives. And extra reactors back here, just in case the front ones are blown up. Then take the shaft up, and we're in the cockpit. Very empty cockpit. Do plan to... see, oxygenate everything. Do plan to, yeah, oxygenate everything, and also actually put something in the darn cockpit. Let me grab another vent really quickly. Turn off symmetry. And place the vent right there. Go to the end of this corridor. Put a little hole in that side. And then put another little hole in this side, and we should have oxygen everywhere. Yeah. We have oxygen. Here, here, and then along the rest of the ship. We are still missing gravity, though. Really quickly, I will put that in. We'll have it conveniently placed right there. That should encompass most of the ship in its 1G worth of gravity. Okay, and a maintenance tunnel doesn't have any. So what would actually be better is to cover that back up, and to shoot down to the side of this corridor that doesn't go anywhere, and place a gravity generator. So that way the gravity will go from there all the way about to there. Okay. And we'll cut a little hole in the wall. Not that section of the wall. Cut a little hole. Not in that section of the wall either. Yeah, we'll put it right here. And then I will walk towards custom defining the gravity ranges. Add that. Come on. So close. Needs to be moved forward. Right here. Perfect. 9. No. 9. There we go. Gravity generator installed, and I consider this ship finished, except for piping up the broadside cannons and putting cockpits in the cockpit area. Oh, and there's the targeting system for the rest of these guns, which I'm going to have to put in the next episode. This is going to be a kind of a two-part ship, although the ship's done. It's just the targeting system that needs to be finished. And the only reason I am doing that is because, well, the targeting system's probably going to take me an entire episode. Like trying to code those missiles in, or... that was a pain. But, so, see you in the next episode. I'm Andy Slasher. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and, yeah, see you in the next episode. Bye!